nice about
Ray, do you have your little laptop?
Yes.
I can't get it. I just want to make sure I can't get it on the cell phone.
It takes 90 seconds after you turn it on.
there. Also, the ears go up. And there's no barking, no nothing, so I always have time to get like under my skin.
Oh, God.
The whole bark.
Thanks very much. Thank you so much. It's so nice of you.
They know before it all goes. My little female, her ears go up.
I want to talk about that union thing.
I got it right here. Here.
All right, okay. Oh, yeah, I sent all that stuff around,
Did- Okay.
so the guys know what's going on. Or the mayor knows what's going on. All right.
That was the mayor's checking out something first.
Yeah. All right, fine, very good. Thank you for sharing with me. Sorry I didn't call you back sooner. Okay. Come in, you two.
Is this executive? Take a look at that. I know it probably shouldn't be, but we're good. Situation, maybe.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-6, published in the Asbury Park Press on January 12, 2018.
Thanks, Katie. Can we have a roll call, please?
Mayor Coles?
Here.
Let the record reflect that Deputy Mayor Miller is absent, and Committeeman Lichtenstein is absent. Committeeman Ackerman?
Here.
Committeeman Delia?
Here. All right, thanks. Tom,
Okay,
all yours.
Yeah, the first thing is, I put a WS edition request on everybody.
Yeah, I did. I need one? Oh, I thought it was the one you did Canada.
No, it's this one.
Okay.
If everyone takes a look at that and let me know, I had the
Oh,
police,
yeah, that's it,
I had
yeah.
the police take a look at it and they're okay with it, and,
If they're okay with it, anybody have an issue with it?
I have no issue with
All right,
it.
it's okay by us.
all right, Katie, you have a copy of that?
Yes.
Would you let them know it's okay?
The police department, or let the
Both.
people know?
Would you, because I...
Sure.
All right, I appreciate it, thank
All
you.
right, Tom, let's jump down to property number 2, since Mr. Perlow is here.
Okay.
We can let him get back to more important and fun things.
Okay, let me write that out. That would be in the pink folder.
Light pink or dark pink?
No, maroon, that's maroon.
Dark pink.
Very colorful.
You're a maroon.
I had Rabbi Pearl come to my office the other day, and we discussed the property.
If you remember, guys, this had to do with a strip of property that separated the fire department and our lot that needed to be vacated, so we
Yep.
could combine those two, and what we would do to compensate for that.
Yep.
So if you want to take a look at it, this is what we came up with. Except for number 5, I want to bring that up.
One, the township thing will not be something.
Yeah, well, I already went over this with Tom. I have no problem with it.
And as you turn to the back page, if you take a look at number 5, all the way down to the bottom, the blue, he wants to add
I'm going
that.
to vacate New Hampshire Avenue? In blue.
Well, not that blue.
That's aqua. Tough to vacate county roads.
I mean, the one property would not be landlocked. It's not Rabbi Pearl's, but it would not be landlocked because they have Chestnut Street, it's a frontage.
Well, we need to check with that property owner first.
Okay. But everything else is good except that, and the person approves of it, then everybody's good with it?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
I'm good.
You good with it?
First, I could just make one little note. That property.
Before you, just put your name and address for the record, please.
Okay, it's.
Come up here, Rabbi.
Okay, fine.
What's your address?
My name is Aaron Perla. That was 607 Fifth Street.
Thank you.
Right. That property has frontage to Chestnut, the way the man just mentioned. Also, even if we vacate, they're gonna have 25 feet access to the.
But we do never vacate a street unless we address it with the adjoining property owners. It's bad policy and it's bad form, so
Right. And if they object, so then the township wouldn't want to do it. That's.
I don't see how we would. I mean,
What's that?
hear what was the question?
I said, if, there's an adjoining property owner who would not be landlocked if we did that vacation, but I said our policy has always been to get the approval of.
Adjoining and across the street. If the other person.
The rabbi owns the property behind it.
I'm just saying, the policy's always been to get the permission of everybody on that lot, on
Right.
both sides.
Okay.
But there, currently, the property, there is a right of way, and we're putting in a 500-foot road to get to that property. We put-
You're not just telling you what the policy is. That's up to these guys. I'm just telling you what the policy is.
I'll get back to you, I'll talk to the property owner and get back to
For
you.
the last 20 years.
Yeah, he's gonna get an additional 25 foot of property, which is probably,
And they're gonna have access to the road.
right.
Like this, there's no access at all.
I know, but it's still, you understand,
Right, there has to be, everybody has to be on board.
everybody has to follow the same set
That's
of rules.
fine, that's fine. Okay, thank you, and thank you for the committee, for the mayor, for all the wonderful work that you do, for everybody, we're very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, well, we're on painless down.
If you want to stay with the property, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll do that. Number one is a property request, block 182, lot 5. And this came up before, and when I had to do some investigation on it, it's an undersized lot, however, it's still a buildable lot, as is, as long as they, stay within the confines of the property. So I told Ed, I can't sell it for what it was assessed at because it was a wrong assessment. So then Ed went back and took a look at it, and came back with a recommendation to put up for sale for 150 to 165.
How many square foot is it? This is blank on here.
12,000 square feet.
12?
It's an R15 zone, but they were grandfathered in so they can build on that lot without getting a variance.
Who said that?
Ed did, we went back and took a look at it.
Is that normal, Steve?
I'm sorry, reading on the
If you read the
side.
front where Howie has it,
What is it, Tom?
I'm just saying, why would the township grandfather an undersized lot to build on?
well, here's what it says, it's located in the R15 zone and is undersized from the 15,000 square foot lot area requirement. However, current township ordinance would permit the construction of a house, school, or house of worship on the property, provided it stays within the setback requirements of the zone.
I don't think they mean that it's grandfathered in, I just think they mean that it's a buildable lot. They
Correct.
go to the
Greenwood
board.
is a bad term.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
What's that to do with a private sale?
It wouldn't be a private sale at this point,
It's an undersized lot.
because it's a buildable lot.
Every lot is buildable. That doesn't mean that they're,
No. They don't need a variance to build this lot.
it's not, Steve, is that correct? We can do a
Harold, that's
public
right.
sale of an undersized
You don't have to
lot?
offer it to if it's a buildable lot, you don't have to offer it to the other people, right? So it's, it goes, yeah.
You don't have to put
It's a
it out to
15
bid, is that what you're
You
saying?
need 15,000 square feet. In this case, it's 12,000 square feet. However, you're allowed to build on it as long as the property provided stays within the setback requirements of
So
the
it's a
zone.
public sale,
So it'll be a public sale.
better for us.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that before.
I've seen this.
So
a
let's just say
couple-
that every undersized lot can be built on?
No,
We
no.
find private sales on pretty large properties. But I'm game, I'd love to put it up for public sale.
I want to do it for public sale. I don't want to go back and buy this stuff.
No, it won't, because it says you can build on it.
Okay. There's a sign on the lot that says.
Well, if we're
But
putting
you
it
don't
up,
have to sign on every lot, Lakewood, that says please build on it.
well, if they're putting up for sale, I'll put a sign up there. You can build on this
The
lot.
ordinance
Come to the
permits
auction.
construction of a house, school, or house of worship.
So how did we come up with the number then?
I had Ed go back and take a look at it. I said, evidently, when the assessment was done, they didn't realize that the 12,000 square feet could be a buildable lot.
So what is it assessed at? Or what's it assessed at?
I don't have it here. It wasn't that much. It wasn't that much. That's all I remember.
Maybe you should take another look at this,
Well, it was like 28,000 or something.
So Ed feels that the 150 is in keeping with what a 15,000 square foot lot would go for?
What that would be, yeah. I mean, that would be starting bid anyway, so.
150 to 165.
You could start at the high end, I could guarantee you it's gonna go higher than 165.
And it says here,
But I'm
No, I
not
know.
sure, it's right by.
All right, so you guys are comfortable now with
it
165?
says here it must be open bid.
Yeah, but Mike, I just just wanted clarification, this is an undersized lot.
I got you.
All right, I'm okay with it if you guys are okay with it.
165K, open bid, okay.
Okay, this is okay.
So.
I don't know why it's questioned. I'm gonna put that in there.
Okay, thank you.
It's, they're not really
Down by you?
built yet. It's, I don't think that part of Kenneth Boulevard is built.
Oh, so it's all paper? Oh, then I mean,
All right, next is number 3. We went over this a while back, and I did some research on it after we came back in, and they want to do a commercial development here. And the purple streets are the streets they want us to vacate. The only street we should not vacate is the first street that has our property on it in the green and Wawa's property in the pink. The other property would go to the two owners to the left here, in blue and yellow.
Why don't we sell our property to them?
Huh?
Why don't we sell our property to them? To try and buy the 3 pieces from Wawa. Unless Wawa needs it for,
Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'll call the person in blue.
I mean, I'm okay to, now, this is gonna be a commercial development.
Correct.
Can we,
I can get that in writing.
yeah, but what do we do if we say that commercial doesn't work with residential in here now?
Can they do that?
We're vacating streets, we're not giving them a permit or
I see what you're
approving a
saying.
plan.
what about committing to them that will vacate when they go to the board?
That's not a bad idea, can we do that?
What's that?
Tell them that, bring their plans, prepare their plans for the board, and when they come to the planning board and they prepare, as part of the approval, we'll vacate the streets.
Give them a letter now that they can bring to the planning board that
We do that.
that we're happy to
Harold, do you want to
vacate it.
send a letter to them?
Well, we want to see proof of the,
Yeah, when they go to the planning board,
Yeah,
they'll have a letter from us that, the commercial development will be approved by the planning board, we'll vacate the streets as part of that approval.
Okay.
When they go to the planning board now, the planning board says, tell them to vacate the streets, so let's leave them to their own game.
maybe now they could help us open up Vermont Avenue.
That's just the state holding that up.
Oh, I know.
All right, the next is a property request.
Oh, and we should really talk to the orange person too.
That's utility company.
Still gotta get their okay, their
Yes,
property
sir.
owner joining it.
Okay.
What do they have there?
The other ones are paper streets, Vermont, at least they can get to their property in Vermont, but I'll copy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, it's
Yeah.
just,
I like the way you put this down. The owner of the yellow property is in negotiations to sell to the owner of the blue property.
Yeah, I don't want to put names.
It's simple, this is for dummies.
Well, I don't want to put names because I don't think it's
Speak the case
important.
the names are on there, but still.
I know, but yeah, I know.
So much for you and the CIA, you're gonna get drummed out.
All right, next is a property request for a single-family home on block 839, lot 3.
You have lot 2 here.
Lot 3. This man's been trying to buy property from
No.
us.
No, it's
No?
lot 2. Well, either the memo's incorrect or the map's incorrect.
Well, it's the one in yellow. If you go to the next page.
What does he want to put up there, a single-family home?
Single-family home.
What's the objection?
No, I think he keeps trying to buy land, but he seems to get outbid by people.
Yeah.
We don't have any kind of an easement on this for one of the schools to use it, do we?
There's something up with this property, because I know this came up
Yeah,
many
what's
times.
40C? What zone is 40C? Commercial?
No, or 40 sales,
I think we should wait till others are back with this.
Yeah, bring this back to the, this sounds
Said
familiar for
no.
some reason.
All right, you want me to look at
Oh.
easements?
See if we've been allowing it to be used, like I said, there's something about it, I can't recall exactly what it is, but I'd rather have the whole committee here to discuss, because I know this has come to us before.
I'll bring it back,
And I
okay.
don't remember what the concerns were, I want to make sure that they're on the table before we make a decision.
Okay.
All right. What's the paint away?
The dark pink folders.
I call it red.
The red, yeah, the red.
Okay.
You better mix up the colors better, geez.
I did, pink,
Yeah,
red.
no, come on, it's all in the same color spectrum.
I didn't
We
want
already
to, I didn't
did.
want to have anybody's eyes strained tonight.
You already did the one, right?
Yeah, we did the first one. So, the next one is, number one is Salem Avenue. Mayor, do you want me to bring that up?
Yeah, but I'll be truthful.
Oh, what are you doing? You're pulling apart there.
I know. Want to bring that back?
Too many beers with the pizza.
Oh, this is the one with Salem Ave and Salem Street.
Yes.
Did we contact the property owners to see if they were amenable to it?
Not yet. I wanted to bring it, let everybody know what's going on before I do anything. We want to make it Salem Street or Salem Avenue.
Well, guys, briefly, there's Salem Avenue, there's Salem Street, and they're separated by a township lot. One of the ideas was that we subdivide our lot and turn it into a right-of-way to connect the two streets, and then turn it into just one name. Somebody had sent a letter in that they're concerned that if they call for emergency services, the confusion being so close together,
You're
and
right.
not being able to get from one to the other.
You're right.
Could create a life-threatening
It has.
issue.
It has.
So what I'm asking is, there's two parts to this. One, does the township want to consider subdividing their lot to be able to put a road through there to connect the two different pieces? If we do that, the second part is contacting the homeowners to see whether or not they're amenable on one side or the other, and the post office, I guess, to change the name from Salem Avenue to Salem Street.
I don't know why they'd be objecting to it. Actually, we're opening up the road, and it is a fact, it is a problem, and has been a problem.
Here's the reason they may object. There would be, in paper at least, there would be another complete right-of-way from Route 9 to New Hampshire Avenue, which is good overall, but could be an issue.
Well, yes, it could be an issue, but isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Opening up roads so you can get to A to B?
Right, but this isn't a road per se. We would have to subdivide our lot and create a paper street.
Yeah.
That's part one. Part two is to see whether or not the existing homeowners are willing to change the name of the street.
That, I can see that. And I
Am
don't
I
see why
correct
they
in
would
that?
object, but, you know,
So do we want to make a contingent, we'll consider the subdivision if we get the approval of the homeowners?
I also don't, I mean, I don't think it's so bad, even if they're separate names, if the numbers line up, you know what I mean? If it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, say
Well,
that.
they've done that, they've done that in my neighborhood, they've just readjusted the numbers, and you live with it, and after a while, you forget it was even there.
And I don't think they'll object. I would do it. I would just open it up.
I can tell you Salem Avenue is the one by New Hampshire that has development going on in some houses. Salem,
Street has nothing going on.
So when we make it Salem
from
Avenue.
our lot west, there's nothing
Let's
except for
verify
one.
it, well, let's check with the one and the other property owners. I don't want to do this and then get caught up in a lawsuit.
That's how it came to me, because Fran said, look, they're doing something on this Salem
All
over
right, so
here.
let's get in
It was
touch
just
with
the
them
one.
first, and if we're amenable, then let's look at the second part about subdividing. Ask engineering to look at what it would take to do that.
Well, just ask, just one point of interest, because we've tried to do some of these streets, and this one objects, because one objects, we don't do it. Is this gonna be the majority, or just, if one objects, we're not doing it? I just,
Michael, that is going to be a decision for the five of us. You'll have to come to us and we'll have to make the decision. Do we make sure that we do something for the public safety over one objection or possibly two? I can't tell you how people are going to vote.
not only for the public safety, I mean, for the moving of traffic.
Let's say for the public safety.
What I'll do is I'll contact the homeowners, get that information, and bring it back on the 12th if I can get it back. Is that all right?
Yep, thank you.
Number two is...
I'll handle that too. Industrial Commission would like the township to approach the Development Corporation and see if they'd be willing to transfer the operation and ownership of the Strand to the Industrial Commission. We did it with the airport. We've done a lot to revitalize the airport.
Working very hard.
Several members
Nice
on
job.
the committee also think that they can do a lot to help, keep the Strand viable over the next couple of decades, at least till it hits 100 in 5 years. So if the committee's okay with it, I'll ask the chairman the vice chair of the Development Corporation and the secretary to discuss it, and then maybe put it on the agenda for the next meeting.
Fine by me?
I'm liaison, they're doing an excellent job with the airport, they're really coming through it, and I think they could help
Okay.
do this too.
That sounds like we're okay with that. All right, so 2 is done.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I just a good thing.
That's just Mayor Nashar. They're always
All right, we are ready to go into executive session.
What about the picnic insurance?
That's executive.
No, it isn't. That's just the one where we had to tell them that the mayor and Menashe said that it was okay for the Veterans Affairs that are located in Lakewood to have their annual Veterans Picnic. They said that they're indemnified, that they don't need to provide insurance. So we just came to the committee, make sure it was okay, and they waived the fact that they did not need insurance.
Okey-doke.
That's it.
All right, move to go to closed. I'll move by
Second.
Isaac, second by Mike. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Pass us to Tom, please. All right.